Okay, I am representing the Donner Party and proving that they were in fault for their dis-success in their travels across the United States. One reason they were not able to go was because they spent 10 extra days just sitting there doing nothing, just twiddling their thumbs. And two mountain men told them not to go. Their friend told them not to go. A whole bunch of people said, don't do it, it's the wrong way, just head straight. But they didn't, and they made the wrong choice, basically. And one really good metaphor is, if people are jumping off mountains, would you go with them? And that basically means that if people say to go, would you go and just follow them, or would you follow your own trail? And that is our representation of the Donner Party.
I'm trying to prove that Lanford Hastings is totally responsible for the Donner Party's deaths. First off, he created a map that he had no idea about. All he got off of it was stories, and other than that, he just looked at a map and said, oh, here, this looks like a good trail, let's do this. Then he goes out and publishes it, and, Donner Party, they have lots of money, so they're like, oh, well, let's try to go make more money and move out west. Well, it's all Lanford Hastings' fault because he told them lies. So they're moving down the trail, and he says he will meet them eventually. He never meets them. He just, he leaves notes. Even later down, when they finally do meet him, he tells them, oh, go off this path, there's no way you can do this. So, and then he goes off and leaves them again. By the time he is actually in California, they are trapped, it's snowing, they can't do anything about it. And then, after the Donner Party dies, he goes on and writes more. He talks about making trips to Brazil and creating other colonies. He hasn't looked up any of this. He hasn't even been there. He's just making it up on his own. That is how I'm trying to prove that Lanford Hastings is responsible.
I'm proving that the Donner Party is guilty. Okay, yeah, Lanford Hastings published something he didn't know nothing about, but it was the Donner Party who chose to follow it. Even though they chose to follow it, everyone told him it was wrong. They told him, no, don't go that way. It's wrong. You'll go nowhere. But still, they decided to follow it. Also, the Donner Party eyed everything instead of following exactly what the map said. And later on, at the end of the journey, Lanford Hastings made it because they waited too long. They wasted 10 days just sitting around doing nothing, even though it hadn't snowed during those 10 days. And that's why he actually made it across and they didn't. So that's why they're wrong.
I'm going to prove that Lanford Hastings is the person at fault. Though, yes, the Donner Party did have a couple of days when they could have been going, it was because they were waiting on Lanford Hastings. They were trying to figure out where the heck they were going because they didn't know. And he kept giving them false lies saying, I'm going to meet you here or go this way, when he actually had no clue of where he was going. Yes, other people had told the Donner Party, no, don't go there, but just as many people that had read Lanford Hastings' story or looked at his map were like, yeah. And people were, of course, going to believe him because he had a book out and he had maps. Just like if you were to read a social studies book, you would believe it because it's in a book. Thank you.